Hello, good afternoon, and all that sort of business. We have got on the board today. We've got a Temple Audio Trio 21, I think it is. So Temple Audio make pedal boards that are seriously light, made of aluminium. They've got holy holes in there. They got it's modular, basically. You can add bits to it and all this sort of thing. Nice little handles, as solid as a rock, right? But the cool thing about it is these little bits on the side, right? So that is, I've taken that one out so you can see through already. These bits you can take out, and they're like the same aluminium. Like, if you can see that, it's kind of like a, look at that, lovely finish on that. And you can take these out and pop certain things in the side. Now you can buy the modular bits that Temple Audio make themselves, or you can buy, I think Thomann has kind of like their own kind of like versions of them, which are a little bit cheaper, and it does tend to be quite expensive the more you add to it. But there's certain things that you can do, you know, not everything is like, if you just go out and buy stuff that you might think might fit, be basically be sure it fits first. Otherwise you could end up doing, you know, a bit of drilling and stuff like that, and then it's just being a waste of time. But what I want to show you is, so I've got a couple of little bits. Now this here is a third party IEC input. That there is not the one that is used for here. The one that they've got has got a switch on the top, so their side bit, which is here, their little hole there is square, whereas what I've got is kind of let me hold that there, it's kind of rectangular, like about that sort of size. So I'll put it on there, and then if I ever upgrade to the other one, it'll just be a straight swap. The screw points on the inside, like here and here on the inside, that help you know, you put your stuff in. Alternatively, you can screw like literally all the way through and then put a bolt on the other side if you want to do that. If you do a bolt, have the like bolt on the inside and screw on the outside so that you can reach it with a ratchet, you know, basically make life a lot easier for you. There are other things as well, like these things. So I've had these lying around for absolutely ages, and they fit nicely sideways. So they're on the sideways thing, so I can fit 3 like in there, 1, 2, 3, and obviously that will be on the inside, so I can go out to front of house, or I can do 3 like wet dry wet, or you know, whatever else. The thing that I've got set up is a left and a right to go to front of house, and then I have got a mic that comes out of there, and then also on the side will be one of these little fellas, which is just a normal input for a guitar cable, or output for guitar cable. It depends which way you want to put it. If I'm doing it input, it's going on that side. If I do it output, it'll go on this side. I will probably do it output because I will probably be using my guitar wireless with this. Okay, one of the other things that I've got is one of these little fellas. Now that is a left or right angle, sorry, IEC adapter. So I'll stick that on the end of the plug, and then it means that you can get your power bank, whatever you want to use, underneath here, a bit more flush to the end, because there's more height down this end. If you don't use that, the power thing is going to be sitting kind of like, you know, you'll have to have it wedged like kind of that, and it will put more strain on the corner of your cable, potentially breakage underneath. It's the last thing you want, especially when it's screwed in. Okay, so that's that bit. What were the other things that I wanted to show you? Here we go. So these little fellas, you're probably thinking, oh, how am I meant to get my Oh, I just dropped it. There it is. How am I meant to get my pedals on there? So I have got these little fellas here, and I've had these lying around for absolutely years. They are about 1.5 centimeters long, 2 little holes. One little hole goes in the bottom of your pedal. So if I go and get a pedal here, for example, so there's screws in the bottom of the, sorry about the hand thing, screws in the corner there. You unscrew that, screw it back in with this little fella stuck on there like that. So let's just say I've screwed it in and it's like that, it's stuck like that. Then you flip it over, and then that little fella screws through there, and then underneath put the bolt on there, and basically that means that that is like secure as you will ever get it. The things are bolted on basically. The other alternative is that you can use the screw itself directly from there. If it fits nicely, screw straight underneath the board, straight into the pedal. I might try it, might not, I don't know, just let's see what happens. But yeah, I've got these little things here. I don't know what they're called. Bracket something brackets. They look like they're from like a bike chain, that sort of thing. But yeah, I got them off, I want to say eBay. I'm not kidding, about 20 years ago when I built my first board, made out of wood. So I just screwed it straight in, and those pedals never came off the board, never got anything stolen, obviously. You know, you literally try and pull one up and the whole board comes up with it. It's absolutely great. The cool thing with these as well, with a board like this, is if you want to swap your board around, like move it from here to here or whatever, you can do that because it's just a couple of bolts on the underneath. Amazing. Right, now these bigger ones are for when you've got, you know, bigger things coming up and whatnot. I've just realized that's not going to fit through, you know, so I might have to do a little bit of drilling here and there, yeah, see what happens. There's going to be a few little other things that I might have to drill out, but we'll see when we get there. I've also got a massive set of nuts and bolts, varying different lengths. I think M3, forgive me if I'm wrong, I think it is M3 that fits directly into the bottom of most pedals. But you might find the odd pedals here and there that don't. But essentially that's it. And what we're doing is, if we whip over to here, here's the current board. So at the moment it's like it's made by Tortec. It's like a pedal train style board basically, and we've got a Luminite MIDI pedal. It's gonna go on to control most of the scenes within the Fractal FM3. I've got, here's the vocal thing, so I'm going to have my mic going through that. I cheat vocally, obviously. I'm not going to go singing 3-part harmonies myself. This is for scene 7 and scene 8, obviously, because it's only got 6, 7, 8. Patching up and down, and that there, I've got to check whether it fits on this one. It's got a few screw holes there for it. That is basically, I don't know what the threading is on there, but it's the bottom of an IKEA desk. So you screw in legs basically. So what I did was bought a set of leg brackets from IKEA, which was basically 4 of these and 4 twisty things that go on there. I chopped the bottom off a mic stand, put the bottom of the leg on the bottom of the mic stand, and basically whenever I play I screw it into there. It's solid as a rock, and I don't have any legs for my like mic stand or anything like that, and it means often on stage I'm quick as you like. If it's at a festival or something, obviously I won't use it, so the mic stand's already there. But if it's something else, I can literally have that set up. I just literally walk on, bang, everything else is already set up. This is a little Vailton GP5, right? These are amazing little things. I've got the Graviton controlling it as well. And basically I can have any preset that I want on there, and then when I press that, it changes to like a little bit of a kind of, there's a little tiny volume boost, bit of EQ, bit of delay and stuff like that, just for a little bit of solo. So if there's a solo within a song that I'm not wanting to cut through, that's what I use. So punch it in, punch it out, right? And that's running in parallel with the path on the FM3, whereas actual solos has its own switch basically. So it's yeah, clever little thing. And then if I ever want to, you know, push it really far, I've got the little volume thing on there, so yeah, I could do whatever I want. That is my little headphone jack there. For the monitor in comes in here, and then I have a cable coming up to my ears and up here. I could do that probably a lot easier through the Fractal if I wanted to use the phones out of there, but I just never really got around to setting it up. So basically this is going to go on to that with a little bit more room and a little bit more spacing, because it's a bit crowded on here at the moment. Obviously tidy it up, and hopefully it should be all good, minus getting the XLRs through the holes. So if anybody's got a hack to be able to get that through, I'll be all ears. Thank you very much. But that's what I'm going to do. What I'll do is a second video to this with like the actual build and any hacks that I find out as I go along, and basically that. I forgot to mention that you're probably thinking, well, how am I gonna put the stuff on the side? Well, this is called hardboard. It's, if you don't know, it's a piece of wood. It's like compressed wood. It's kind of rigid. The smaller it is, the more rigid it is. And basically what I'm going to do is cut out one of these side bits, put it on here, make a little template out of it, and use that. Basically drill it, screw the bits in, and then attach the actual hardboard on the inside. So that's what I'm going to do there. And so what you'll see is little holes with these little fellas on there, 1 2 3, like that, or like that rather. And there we go, exciting stuff. And so if anybody has any hacks about these side bits as well, I know some people have been printing their own, it's a bit knackered there, but they've been printing their own stuff. I haven't got a 3D printer, so I don't know what to do there. I don't want to like cheap out permanently, but it's a quick fix for now while I get my stuff set up, and then, you know, see how it goes. If I'm working well with it and stuff like that, I'll upgrade it to a better and more, I guess, rigid, am I still allowed to say rigid, erect piece of whatever on the side. But there we go, that's it, that's what I'm doing. All right, so look out for the next videos. I will update those as we go along. All right, cheers, bye.